Breaking news, a Korean player has reached Grandmaster rank using only Ahri as their main carry. If you look at their radar graph, both compositions and flexibility are rated F, indicating that they stubbornly relied on a single Ahri one-trick strategy to climb the ranks. But what makes this player's Ahri so different? After playing over 250 games with Ahri, this player has mastered her, and today, I'm going to share all their secrets with you. First, let's take a look at their final level 8 team composition. With the 4 Arcana trait, Ahri's ability power gets a huge boost, allowing her to wipe out enemies in an instant. This synergy works perfectly with Ahri's passive skill, which grants her 30% bonus ability power from all sources. Position Lilia in the center and leave 3 spaces open to her right, then place Tahm Kench and Ahri behind her. With this positioning, enemy units on the right will move towards Lilia, and among them, Fiora and Gwen will encounter Tahm Kench in the middle. In this setup, when Ahri casts her skill on Nasus, the orb will hit Nasus, Fiora, and Gwen all at once. This one-hit, 3-target effect will quickly clear the enemy frontline and lead you to victory. However, there's a major flaw in this positioning. If Gwen, blocked by Tahm Kench, targets Ahri instead, something that can happen 50% of the time, Ahri will be taken out early, leading to a loss. To perfect this setup, the player moves Ahri 1 space to the left and places Tahm Kench directly above her. This way, Gwen is guaranteed to target Tahm Kench, keeping Ahri safe. Ahri then targets Rakan instead of Nasus with the orb hitting Gwen, Fiora, and Nasus resulting in a devastating 4-for-1 effect. With positioning covered, let's move on to the build and gameplay strategy. During stage 2, don't level up. Stay at level 4 and focus on Poppy, Lilia, Zoe, and Ahri. If you manage to gather a good number of Poppy, Lilia, and Zoe, consider rolling down at 4-8 to push for early 3 stars. If not, stay at level 5 with 50 gold and slow roll for the 3 stars. Though the highest chance for an Ahri 3-star is at level 6, you should stay at level 5 since you're also aiming for 3-star Poppy, Lilia, and Zoe. The priority for 3-starring is Ahri first, followed by Lilia, Poppy, and Zoe. Each time you 3-star a unit, you gain 20 ability power, which is like getting a free gold augment. Once your 1-cost units are all 3-starred, move up to level 6, activate 4 Bastion, and finish Ahri's 3-star. After that, add Tahm Kench at level 7 and Dzero at level 8 to complete the comp. If Zoe doesn't reach 3-star by level 8, swap her out for a 2-star rise. Now, let's discuss the items, which are just as crucial as positioning. If Lilia reaches 3-star, give her all the tank items. If Nunu is your 3-star unit instead, load him up with the tank items. If Nunu isn't 3-starred, consider using Shin for added AoE CC. Since Ahri is your primary source of damage, you can give Zoe utility items like Static and Morello to make her a strong sub-carry. The best items for Ahri are Adaptive Helm, Rabadon's Death Cap, and another Rabadon's. Unlike other AP units, Ahri benefits most from Adaptive Helm due to her awkward skill animation. When Ahri casts her orb, she doesn't attack or generate mana until it returns. This self-stun makes Adaptive Helm's automatic mana regeneration more effective than standard mana generation from attacks. With Adaptive Helm, Ahri generally casts her ability after every 2 auto-attacks, similar to Blue Buff or Shojin. However, if the timing is optimal, you might occasionally observe her casting her ability after just 1 auto-attack. Additionally, Adaptive Helm provides 15 more ability power compared to Blue Buff and Shojin. Therefore, the priority for Ahri's mana items is Adaptive Helm first, followed by Blue Buff and Shojin. For the other 2 item slots, prioritize Rabadon's Death Cap as the first choice and Jeweled Gauntlet as the second. Given Ahri's need to quickly eliminate the frontline, Archangel's Staff, which scales up in power over time, should be considered as a last resort. Personally, I recommend adding another Adaptive Helm over giving Archangel's Staff. Lastly, let's cover recommended augments. For silver augments, go for Pandora's items or component buffet to stack needlessly large rods for Ahri, team building to help with 3-starring, and combat augments like featherweights, Triforce, or find your center. For gold augments, focus on combat boosts like Spellblades, Magic Wand, Combat Caster, Blossoming Lotus, or Learning to Spell, and grab hero augments like High Horsepower or Witchy Wallop if available. In Prismatic, prioritize Prismatic Ticket to aid in 3-starring, Tiniest Titan for extra gold and health, and an upgraded Adventure for huge rewards after 3-starring. However, since this comp doesn't particularly benefit from reaching level 9, you can skip New Recruit. I'll explain the finer details in the gameplay section. This portal is Crab Rave. It gives you a ton of gold, so it's better to focus on leveling up fast rather than re-rolling. First off, with all that gold, everyone's leveling up quickly. If you try to re-roll, you might fall behind and lose too much health. Plus, without healing, it's tough to deal with the crab after stage 5. Even so, I'm going all out with this comp to show just how powerful it can be. First, I'll skip the worst one, Clockwork Accelerator. Spellblades is the best, but I'll pass on that one because it's too easy to get first place. Combat bandages are nice, but I'll go with a combat caster who is immune to healing reduction. This is a high gold portal, so you can start seeing 20 gold interest from 2 to 1 right away. When using this comp, BF Sword isn't useful. So, if you get a BF Sword as your first item, I'd recommend going for a different comp. Since Lucky Ahri showed up at 2-3, I'll make an adaptive helm right away. In Carousel, just focus on the needlessly large rod and move forward. It's already 50 gold at 2-3. In stage 2, just focus on grabbing Poppy, Lilia, Zoe, and Ahri without overthinking it, so winning might be tough. Usually, you do a 50 gold reroll at level 5, but since there's so much gold this game, I'll start doing a 50 gold reroll from level 4. While rerolling, I already have 5 Nunus. At this point, Nunu 3-star is pretty much guaranteed, so I'll need to give all the tank items to Nunu. Shred isn't urgent since Ahri deals true damage, but Wound is essential, so I'm making the red buff right now. Rabadon's Ascended Death Cap is the best Radiant item, but since I prefer upgrades that make the whole team stronger, I'll go with Blossoming Lotus for personal preference. Uh-oh. There's a Frost comp. Since Ahri's skill animation isn't great, she's weak against swarm comps like Frost Soldiers, Dummy, Golems, Zizirot, and Suspicious Trench Coat. Remember? Just look for the needlessly large rod in Carousel. If it's taken, just grab a tank item component. It's a high gold game, so by 3-5, there are already players at level 7 with 50 gold. I'm still at level 5, but you can already see players going to level 8, right? In a high gold game like this, if you don't keep up with the tempo and focus on re-rolling, you're likely to take a lot of damage in round 4. I'm holding 2 BF swords and not using them, and there's only one needlessly large rod for Ahri, so Pandora's items is the best choice. Typically, 2 cost rerolls should be completed by 4 to 5 at the latest. Keeping that in mind will help you manage your reroll gold. With Pandora's items, just pick up the units you need. Now it's time to finish up the 3-star units. I'll keep 30 gold to save up for leveling up. Ahri's 3-star damage got an insane buff this patch, so now we can really see her true power. Thanks to Pandora, I've completed Ahri's ultimate 3-item combo. Even with just 2 Arcana, Ahri has 289 AP and is dealing 1602 damage, crazy stats. From the artifact anvil, I'll give Tom Kench the trench coat. Let's see just how powerful a 3-star Ahri is with her 3-item combo. This is a disaster for my opponents. After completing a full item 3-star Ahri, I haven't lost a single round, and now I'm overflowing with gold. Since it's hard to find Xerath at level 8, I'll just boost Ahri's AP with Yuumi instead. Edge of Night Olaf and Ice Soldiers blocked Ahri's skill twice, so I lost this round, but it's okay. The scary part is that I haven't even finished my comp yet. Scouting reveals there are no easy opponents. That's actually good. The stronger the opponents, the more Ahri will stand out. Yikes, Olaf with Spectral Cutlass has targeted Ahri. Wait, is this right? Isn't Dragon's Claw Nasus supposed to be deleted in 2 skill hits? Wow, looks like Nunu is carrying this round. Is this the correct game balance? This is the final fight, so I'll find Xerath and complete the comp. Since 3-star full item Ahri has been so dominant, I didn't even need to spend any gold. At level 9, adding Diana would beef up the front line, but since I'm so sure I'm not losing, I'll just stick with Yuumi to boost AP. Ahri targeted Olaf but only hit 1 unit. With Olaf taking down Rise, Ahri alone can't handle all those units. If Ahri keeps hitting only 1 unit with her skill like this, she won't be able to win fights in the late game with so many units on the field. Phew, I almost lost after getting too complacent. Since it's the final match, I I need to remove Nora and position my units properly. Alright, Olaf is attacking Hecarim. Took down Olaf. Wait, Rise just got one-shot by Varus. Grouping up has made me really vulnerable to Ice Soldier's explosions. But still, Nunu is really tanky. It's a battle of who can melt the tank first. Yes! What? Ahri, you got this, right? What? What did I just see? Oh my god. Hurry up and grab it before it gets hotfixed.